In the red half of Manchester, an official announcement could be made today after midfielder Carlos Baleba passed his Manchester United medical and signed a 5-year contract with an option to extend until 2032. So that is 3 midfielders that they've signed this summer so far, Manchester United. Of the 3, you've got Tielemans, you've got Andre Santos and now Baleba. If it is confirmed, which of those 3 are you most impressed by as a signing?
To come in and hit the ground run, Tielemans, I think, just because I don't feel there's going to be any time for him to take to build up. Listen, I understand they lost the weekend, poor performance, same way, we're having this crazy conversation about when Emery asked Villa after one game, we're probably going to have the same against Spurs, we're having the same against Manchester. It's one game gone, they still have to bet in, it's early on the season, but I think Tielemans, just to get an instant impact on someone that can come in ready into that side, and Baleba, I think, got the potential to be extremely good. Had an off season last year, wasn't anywhere near the level that he'd shown before. But as we've seen in the past, Brighton's recruitment is always very good. Their understanding, their due diligence on players. So when you buy from them, you feel like you're getting something really good. And I think I've got a good player.
Yeah. Baleba's interesting because he's kind of more energy than the other 2. The other 2 are going to be deeper, whereas Manchester United needs someone that's going to offer something going forward, and that's what they didn't have sort of on the weekend, isn't it? So I think United fans will be really excited about the midfielder coming in for Brighton.
I tell you what, they'll have a few options now in central midfield, won't they? So they'll have the 3 I mentioned that have come in, plus Kobbie Mainoo. So probably only 2 of them are going to start a game. You would think. Yeah, what would be their starting 2 in midfield?
I think if Baleba gets to the level that he can get to, I think it's him and Tielemans potentially for me. But then you throw in Mason Mount, you throw obviously Fernandes is going to be like there's players like that like Mason Mount had a very good pre-season. They got injured slightly, and so you kind of think that he's someone else that can come into that side. So they have an abundance of players in that area that can really do well. But it's getting that right fit, understanding players that can cohesion together, middle of the park, such a key area. But for me, Tielemans and Baleba could nail down that spot potentially.
Baleba also is not going to be fit until the middle of next month as well. So the other 2 have got the little bit of time to kind of get ahead of him in the pecking order, maybe.
Yeah. I tell you what, I mean, no one really covered themselves in glory for Manchester United the day at Hull, and Gary Neville thinks that they need to strengthen in defence. Now they've got the midfield effectively sorted. That was always a problem position. Do you agree with Neville that the defence really, if Man United want a challenge this year, they need some backup in that area?
Yeah, absolutely. That I think is again a player for me that was really interesting. I think Arsenal just an amazing piece of business. Stopping him, got like Konsa. Signing Konsa was like incredible from Arsenal because when you look at Arsenal's defence, you go, can they really get better? Are you going to improve on that? Does Konsa actually start ahead of what they have? And you don't know. But what they've done by bringing him in is stopping the likes of United, stopping like getting him, because I think he fixed a lot of other teams' problems in the Premier League, and that was such an astute piece of business for Arsenal. But yeah, for me, Man U need a defender to come in, someone that can, again, you don't want someone that takes a while to bed in, you want someone that can have an impact on that side, and it's not easy to find.
No, it isn't. Absolutely. Right, okay, that is us done for...
I would say it's worse. I think it's a game that we've lost, right? So it's hugely disappointing. Of course it is. We came here to win, like we do any game, so to not take anything away is hugely disappointing. Yeah, it's not more than that. It's not less than that. It's a one game that we're disappointed we haven't won. So got to soak it up and come back stronger.
The whole Manchester said that they had a training ground routine they worked on Friday, but set pieces that worked with the goals. Was there anything that jumped out to you that you thought that was particularly troubling?
No, it's told 2 completely different goals really. So it's not time to dissect it as such. I think we've been pretty good over a period of time. Today they've obviously scored 2 in different ways, so I guess why that's highlighted. I understand that, but it happens. Sometimes it happens in football, but we don't accept it. But it happens, and we got to understand why.
I know there's a lot of noise around United. It's easy to get carried away. But
always is, yeah.
How do you sum that up? Because I think your team were more passive than people expected. And I know you said this was going to be a tough challenge, but I don't think anyone expected the whole win.
No, but that doesn't mean you're passive just because you get beat. It's just the result's the result. So. We accept it, we got beat, we're hurting, it's not a nice feeling at all. It doesn't mean it's going to change the whole direction of how we're going as a team or as a football club. It's one game, and results can happen in football. We all understand that. It's not nice when they do, but it does happen. We can be better, we will be better. There's things we can be much better at. There's things that are actually alright that get lost in the game because you get beat, but I understand that as well.
Michael, most people have said that your calmness, winning and losing, is one of the key attributes for you dealing with this job. But do you also understand that games like that generates a huge amount of debate and negativity, and people expect a kind of reaction from you, even though that's not your kind of general demeanour or approach?
I know there's a lot goes on outside of our football club. Yeah, I understand the responsibility I've got, but it doesn't make me do things differently just because of that.
Steve, hi Michael. Do you feel like the system's having some issues against teams with a bit of back five? Thinking back to the Leeds game, 2-1 Old Trafford, obviously AC Milan last weekend. Is it a coincidence? Obviously, what to do? I think there's something to mention.
We haven't lost many games 6-7 months, so again, I get it. We've lost today, and I understand it. And there's questions to be asked, but it doesn't mean everything's wrong because we've lost the game. We've done a lot of good things, and we did some good things today, but it gets lost, and I understand it'll get lost, but it doesn't get lost from our point of view. So yeah, there's definitely issues playing against different systems, you know. So we got to find the answers for that. But it's just because we lose one game doesn't mean that everything needs dissected and it's wrong from our point of view. I understand from others it happens, and that's how it is.
Can you just maybe explain Patrick Dolby's kind of position when going forward? Obviously, he's taking a too central position. He's substituting at half time. I think you might need to go on around him because
Our Pat's fine. Our Pat's fine. We love him to bits. So it was. He's a fantastic player, Pat. He's a great character. He's a big part of what we do, and he will be. So it was just one of those decisions. It's nothing personal. Sometimes you just got to make them, you know, and try to do something a little bit different.
Do you find it easy in these situations to remain quite calm? Obviously, part of your personality. You mentioned the noise and what people will say after this, but do you find it quite easy just to kind of put the ball a bit and say, well, we don't need to win one game and move on?
No, there's different how you say calmness. You know, I'm talking to you quite calm, but I'm not exactly kind of calm inside and enjoying the day. You know, so it's there's a big difference. And I played here for a long time. You don't get to play here for a long time without just going day by day. The result is ups and downs, but you just carry on as normal. It's 100% not that, and trust me, it's not that. It just doesn't mean that we always have to shout and scream and come out and create some chaos just because of it. You know, inside we're hurting. The boys know, and we need to get better. But the calmness doesn't mean that there's not emotion in it, for sure.
Christian, that's one for Laurie.
And Michael, you played 6 games this season. You got a lot of good points in what we saw. How big a shock today was it for you, that defeat and the manner of it?
Yeah, we got beat by 2 set plays, so the goals are the goals. And pre-season's pre-season as well, you know. Whatever way it goes and whatever happens, season's the season in itself. Like, not sure I can remember too many pre-seasons whether we've had success or not. So it puts you to a starting point to then make the next step. We've lost a game. You know, we have lost one game, and it's not a nice one to lose. First game of the season, but it won't change what we do and knock us moving forward.
Was there anything that you saw in pre-season that might prepare you for today in terms of...
Say again, sorry.
Was there anything that you saw in pre-season that might prepare you for what happened tonight in terms of like warning signs or anything like that?
No, there's always things that happen on all the time. Things that we see that we like. Sometimes we see the little habits or patterns that we want to improve on. That's fine. But when just because we lost a game today, we don't have to dissect the whole picture, because it's definitely not bad.
I mean, to dissect this, but I think you had 49 goals, league goal on the pitch again with Rashford, Fernandes, Bruno, Cunha, Sesko, all of it. You put the finger on why that didn't necessarily click into then putting more pressure on the whole goal.
Yeah, listen, we changed things around a little bit second half, and we kept trying to find a different way, a little bit of finding a spark.